Dear Zach and Lia, I was calling a FISBO for sale by owner, and he was very abrupt. He doesn't want to work with an agent and wanted to quickly jump into just knowing my sales. A little bit more of a background about this potential client. He put his house up, he bought his house for 5 million, immediately put it back on the market for 9 million, and now it's reduced and down to 9 million on the market. How would you approach this? I'm gonna let you take the lead on this one.
What would they reduce it to?
Was it 7 million?
Okay.
7 million.
What did they? Okay, 7 million. So there's a kind of a couple pieces of this conversation I'm trying to understand. It sounds like, to start with, he was one of those guys that bought a fancy house and then threw a bunch more money on it and put it back on the market. Want to see if someone give it to him. Nobody gave it to him. But there's a time gap there, and his number came down. That's telling me he's at least somewhat serious about selling it, because if time goes by, appreciation happens, and all of a sudden he's got a reasonable number. Maybe he's a reasonable dude. So that's one thing that it's starting to cue, is that it's to somebody who didn't actually want to sell that might actually want to sell. Another big thing that's standing out is when people play with money like this, they are almost always a D personality. Sometimes they're a DI, they're a DC, but they're a D personality. That's just almost a prereq of having that much money. And so one of the things that they're really going to appreciate is being direct and quick with what you're saying. If you start talking about, well, let's go ahead and meet and really get to know each other in our marketing team, they might make fun of you, they might bully you, but they're not going to give you the appointment. A real big key of this conversation is being quick to the point, quick with your questions, especially if they start to bully you a little bit. If they start going, oh, well, how many sales have you had in this area in the last 6 months? And can you actually do this? And, have you even been licensed that long? When they start doing stuff like that, just going, hey, I really want to respect your time. I got a couple of questions to see how this fits for my buyers. How long have you had it? Perfect. How many repairs have you had? Perfect. Any of your inspection reports recently? Okay, definitely. And what's your goal with it in terms of time and dollars? When can you move out? All right, fantastic. Now it's my broker's policy for me to come by and see the property before I can bring buyers through. Do you have time this evening, or would this weekend, maybe Saturday afternoon, work? Perfect. Saturday, let's go and do 3 o'clock. Boom. What's the best email for you? I'll send over the information. And keeping it short, quick, crisp, that's how I can take control of that conversation and earn that respect from them. They're not going to be a person that wants to get to know you or your marketing strategy. They're going to want to know that you're a professional.